You spent Valentine's Day alone, scrolling through Instagram, watching everyone else's perfect couple moments, seeing the roses, the fancy dinners, the romantic posts. No dates for you, no romance, no flowers, and you felt like a loser, like you are behind, like something's wrong with you. But here is the truth. Nobody's telling you, while they were wasting money on overpriced dinners and performing happiness for social media, you were actually winning. And today, I am going to prove to you why being alone on Valentine's Day was the smartest position you could be in. This isn't cope. This is reality. Stay with me. Introduction: the Valentine's Day illusion. Let's start with something most people won't admit. Valentine's Day is a commercial trap designed to make you feel inadequate if you are single. Think about it. It is the one day of the year where your relationship status becomes a public performance, where restaurants triple their prices, where flowers cost 5 times what they normally do, where everything is designed to extract maximum money from people desperate to prove they're loved. And if you don't have someone society tells you you are failing, that you are behind, that something's wrong with you. But here is what they don't tell you. Most of those perfect Valentine's moments you saw on Instagram, they're not real, they're performances. Staged photos, forced smiles. People spending money they don't have on dinners, they can't afford to prove to people they don't like that their relationship is working. Meanwhile, you spent Valentine's Day alone, and you think that is losing. Let me show you why you actually won. Part 1. The financial win. Let's talk money first, because it is the most obvious. The average person spends $150 negative $300 on Valentine's Day. On one night for overpriced food, marked up flowers, and gifts that will be forgotten in a week. You spent zero. You kept your money. And if you are in your 20s, that is not just saving, that is investing in your future. Let me put this in perspective, that $200 they spent on Valentine's dinner. If you invested it instead, in 10 years at average market returns, that is $500. Multiply that by every holiday, every expensive date, every gift. We're talking thousands of dollars they're burning while you are building. But it is not just about the money on that one day, it is about the pattern. People in relationships spend constantly anniversaries, birthdays, random gifts to keep the peace, expensive dates to maintain the spark, couples vacations, shared expenses, all while you are free to invest every dollar into yourself, your education, your business, your future. They're spending to maintain a relationship. You are spending to build an empire. Who is actually winning? Part 2, the time and energy win. Now let's talk about something more valuable than money. Your time and energy. Relationships consume both, massively. The average person in a relationship spends 2 to 3 hours per Dalton Y on relationship maintenance, texting, calling, planning dates, dealing with emotions, having conversations, resolving conflicts. Multiply that out, 15 to 20 hours per week, 60 to 80 hours per month. That is more than 2 full work weeks every single month devoted to relationship management. You spent Valentine's Day alone, which means you had all that time back. Time you could spend building your career, learning new skills, working out, starting a side business, reading, studying, growing while they were sitting through a 3-hour overpriced dinner making small talk. What were you doing working on yourself? Training, creating, building. And it is not just time, it is energy, emotional energy. Relationships come with drama, jealousy, insecurity, arguments. The mental load of managing someone else's emotions while managing your own. You avoided all of that. Your mental bandwidth is 100% yours. No emotional drama, no relationship anxiety, no fights to resolve, no walking on eggshells. That clarity, that focus, that peace, that is power. That is the competitive advantage they don't have. Hold on before I show you the next 3 reasons why you actually won. I need you to do something. If this is already shifting your perspective, if you are starting to see your Valentine's Day differently, hit that subscribe button right now. This channel exists to give you the truth that society won't tell you, the psychology and wisdom that helps you see through the illusions. Every subscription helps this message reach more men who spent Valentine's alone and think they're losing when they're actually winning. Subscribe now, hit that like button, and let me show you why you are ahead. Part 3. The freedom win here is something couples won't tell you. Valentine's Day magnifies relationship problems. All those perfect Instagram posts, behind them are arguments about where to eat, fights about expectations not being met, disappointment over gifts that weren't good enough, pressure to perform happiness when the relationship is struggling. Valentine's Day doesn't create romance, it exposes cracks. The couples who had amazing Valentines, they're the minority. Most had mediocre dinners, forced conversations, and woke up the next morning back to the same relationship problems they had before. But you woke up the same too, except you are not carrying anyone else's baggage. You are not dealing with unmet expectations. You are not apologizing for a disappointing evening. You are not stuck in a relationship that is going nowhere. You have freedom. The freedom to focus on your purpose without distraction. The freedom to build yourself without compromise. The freedom to say yes to opportunities without checking with someone first. And here is the secret. Freedom in your 20s is the most valuable asset you have, because what you build during these free years determines the quality of your entire life. They're trading freedom for temporary companionship. You are keeping your freedom to build permanent success. Part 4. The strategic advantage. Let's talk about the long game. Most people in their 20s chase relationships because they're afraid of being alone. They jump from person to person, relationship to relationship, trying to fill a void, and in the process, they never build themselves. They reach 30 with relationship experience, but no career, no money, no skills, no foundation. You are doing the opposite. You are using your single years strategically. You are building while they're distracted. You are investing while they're spending. You are growing while they're stagnant. And here is what happens. In a few years, when you've built something real, when you have your career established, your finances solid, your purpose clear, you'll attract a completely different quality of person. They spent their 20s with whoever would date them. You'll spend your 30s with whoever earned you. That is the difference. They settled early out of loneliness. You'll choose strategically from abundance. And the best part, when you do decide you want a relationship, you'll enter it from a position of strength, not need. You won't tolerate disrespect. You won't accept mediocrity. You won't stay in something that doesn't serve you, because you'll know what it is like to be alone and thriving, and you'll never trade that for a relationship that drains you. Part 5. The truth about being alone. Here is the final truth. Being alone and being lonely are not the same thing. Lonely is feeling empty because you need someone else to complete you. That is weak. That is the mindset that leads to desperate decisions and toxic relationships. Being alone is different. Being alone is having the strength to be comfortable with yourself, to enjoy your own company, to not need validation from anyone to feel whole. And when you can be alone without being lonely, you become dangerous. Not because you are cold or heartless, but because you are complete. You don't need anyone. Which means when someone does enter your life, it is because they add value, not because they fill a void. That Valentine's Day you spent alone, it was a test, and you passed. You proved you can survive without constant validation. You proved you don't need a relationship to be okay. You proved your worth isn't determined by whether someone chose you on the 14th of February. And that makes you stronger than most men who've never learned to be comfortable alone. So let me ask you something. Do you still think you lost on Valentine's Day? You saved money while they spent it. You invested time in yourself while they maintained someone else. You kept your freedom while they compromised it. You built your future while they prioritized their present. You proved you can be alone without breaking while they proved they can't. That is not losing, that is winning. But here is what you need to understand. This only matters if you actually use it. If you spend your single time building, growing, investing in yourself. If you waste it on video games, social media, and self-pity, then you are not winning. You are just alone. The difference between strategic singleness and pathetic loneliness is what you do with the time. So here is your choice. You can spend the next Valentine's Day exactly like you spent this one alone, but still in the same place in life. Or you can use this year to build something so significant that by the 14th of February, whether you are single or not, doesn't even register because you are too focused on your purpose. That is the real win. Not having someone on Valentine's Day, having a life so good that Valentine's Day becomes irrelevant.